In the heart of a rugged frontier, where the wind howled secrets across endless plains, a woman named Sarah ran from a past she could not escape. Hiding in a stranger's barn, she thought her heart was forever closed, until a man's unexpected kindness lit a fire in her soul. Dear listener, gather close for a tale of hardship, forbidden love, and a courage born from the ashes of despair. This is Whispers Through Time. Sarah Langley stumbled through the snow-dusted fields, her breath ragged, her boots worn thin. At 28, she bore the weight of a life marked by loss, her parents taken by fever, her home stolen by deceit. But it was the shadow of her husband Marcus that drove her to flee. His cruelty had scarred her body and spirit. Hey, real quick, if you're into stories like this, we're doing something special. Every month, one of our subscribers wins a beautiful Western romance wall art piece, shipped right to your door. Just hit like and subscribe to be entered. Back to the story. And when she'd escaped his grasp 3 nights ago, she vowed never to return. Now, with a stolen horse abandoned miles back and a bounty on her head, Sarah sought refuge in the wilds of the Dakota Territory. The barn appeared like a beacon in the dusk, its weathered boards promising shelter. Sarah slipped inside, the scent of hay and leather wrapping around her like a fragile embrace. She curled into a corner, her tattered shawl no match for the biting cold. Exhaustion claimed her, and she drifted into a fitful sleep, unaware of the eyes watching from the shadows. Dawn broke with a creak of the barn door, jolting Sarah awake. A man stood silhouetted against the light, his broad shoulders filling the frame. He held a lantern, its glow catching the hard lines of his face, rugged, perhaps 35, with dark eyes that pinned her in place. "Who are you?" he demanded, voice low and steady. "And why are you in my barn?" Sarah's heart raced. She scrambled to her feet, clutching her shawl. I meant no harm. I just needed shelter. I'll leave now." His gaze narrowed, taking in her bruised cheek, her trembling hands. "You're no ordinary traveler. You're running from something." He stepped closer, and Sarah flinched, expecting anger. But his expression softened just a fraction. "I'm Nathan Cole. This is my land. If you're a thief, you've picked a poor place to hide." "I'm not a thief," Sarah whispered, her voice cracking. "Please, let me go." Nathan studied her, then set the lantern down. "You're half frozen and scared out of your wits. Stay till you're steady." "But I want the truth." Sarah hesitated, torn between fear and the strange warmth in his tone. She nodded, too weary to run. Nathan gestured to a stool by a small fire he'd lit in the barn's corner. "Sit. There's coffee." It wasn't kindness, not yet, just a practicality that felt like mercy to Sarah's battered soul. Over the next hours, Nathan worked nearby, tending horses and mending a harness, his presence steady, but not intrusive. Sarah sipped the bitter coffee, her mind racing. She couldn't tell him about Marcus, about the lies that painted her as a criminal. But Nathan's silence, his lack of judgment, stirred something in her, a longing to be seen, not as a fugitive, but as a woman. That night, Nathan brought her a blanket and a plate of bread and stew. "You can sleep in the loft," he said, "but tomorrow you tell me who you're running from. I don't take to liars." His words were gruff, but his eyes held a question, not a threat. Sarah lay in the loft, the blanket warm against her skin. She should flee before dawn, but Nathan's quiet decency anchored her. For the first time in years, she felt safe, even if just for a moment. Days passed, and Sarah lingered, her fear of Marcus warring with the fragile peace she found in Nathan's barn. He didn't press her, but his small gestures, a mended coat left for her, a shared meal by the fire, chipped away at her defenses. One evening, as they sat by the hearth, Nathan spoke. "I lost my wife 2 years ago," he said, staring into the flames. "Fever took her. This land's all I have left. I don't trust easy, Sarah, but I don't think you're here to steal from me." His honesty pierced her. "I'm sorry," she said, voice soft. I'm running from a man who hurt me. My husband. He's dangerous and he's looking for me." Nathan's jaw tightened, but he nodded. "You're safe here, for now. But you can't hide forever." Sarah's throat tightened. "I don't know how to stop running." He looked at her, his gaze steady. "Maybe you don't have to do it alone." The words hung between them, a spark in the quiet. Sarah felt a pull toward Nathan, a man who'd offered her shelter without demanding her secrets. But trust was a luxury she couldn't afford, not when Marcus's shadow loomed. The next morning, Sarah found a note slipped under her blanket, written in Nathan's careful hand. "Sarah, you're stronger than you know. If you need to talk, I'm here. N." Her heart fluttered. It was a simple gesture, but it felt like a lifeline. She tucked the note into her pocket, a secret treasure. Their days took on a rhythm, Sarah helping with small chores, Nathan teaching her to saddle a horse, their conversations growing deeper. He spoke of his dreams to expand the farm, she of her childhood love for painting, a passion Marcus had mocked. With each shared moment, Sarah felt herself softening, her walls crumbling. Nathan's rare smiles, the way his hand brushed hers when passing a tool, sent warmth through her veins. She was falling, and it terrified her. One night, under a sky blazing with stars, Nathan found her by the barn, sketching the horizon with a charred stick. "You've got talent," he said, sitting beside her. "Why'd you stop?" "Marcus said it was foolish," Sarah admitted, her voice barely audible. "He said I was foolish." Nathan's eyes darkened. "He was wrong. You're more than he ever saw." Sarah met his gaze, her breath catching. The air crackled with unspoken longing. She leaned closer, and Nathan's hand cupped her cheek, his touch gentle yet electric. Their lips met, a kiss born of shared pain and quiet hope. For a moment, the world was theirs. But the moment shattered. A horse's whinny cut through the night, followed by the crunch of boots on gravel. Sarah pulled back, her heart pounding. "He's found me," she whispered, terror flooding her. Nathan stood, his hand on her arm. "Who?" "Marcus," she said, voice trembling. "He'll kill me and you if you stand in his way." Nathan's face hardened. "He won't touch you, not while I'm here." They retreated to the barn where Nathan grabbed a rifle from the wall. "Tell me everything," he said, his voice calm but urgent. Sarah's words tumbled out. Marcus, a wealthy landowner, had married her for her family's land, then turned cruel when she resisted his control. She'd fled after he'd beaten her senseless, stealing a horse to escape. "He's powerful," she said. "He'll have men with him, maybe a sheriff bought with his money." Nathan nodded, his resolve unshaken. "Then we face him together. But first, we need a plan." As dawn approached, hoofbeats echoed across the plains. Sarah peered through a crack in the barn door, her worst fears confirmed. Marcus, astride a black stallion, led 3 men, their faces grim. His voice carried, cold and mocking. "Sarah, I know you're here. Come out, or I'll burn this place to the ground." Nathan pulled her back, his voice low. "There's a trap door under the hay. It leads to a cellar. Hide there. I'll handle this." "No," Sarah said, her voice fierce despite her fear. "I won't let you face him alone. I've run long enough." Nathan's eyes softened, a flicker of pride in them. "Then we stand together." They stepped outside, Nathan's rifle steady, Sarah at his side. Marcus dismounted, his handsome face twisted with rage. "You think you can steal my wife?" he sneered at Nathan. "She's nothing, a liar, a thief." "She's more than you'll ever deserve," Nathan said, his voice like iron. "Leave, or you'll regret it." Marcus laughed, drawing a pistol. "You're a fool, farmer. She's mine." Sarah stepped forward, her voice trembling but clear. "I was never yours, Marcus. You broke me, but I'm not broken anymore." Marcus lunged, but Nathan was faster, knocking the pistol from his hand. The hired men hesitated, unnerved by Nathan's resolve. Sarah grabbed a pitchfork, her stance defiant. "Go, Marcus," she said, "or we'll fight until none of you stand." The standoff stretched, taut as a bowstring. Then one of Marcus's men muttered, "She ain't worth this," and turned his horse. The others followed, leaving Marcus alone. He glared at Sarah, his eyes promising vengeance. "This isn't over," he spat, then mounted and rode off, his silhouette swallowed by the dawn. Sarah's knees buckled, but Nathan caught her, his arms a fortress. "You were incredible," he said, his voice thick with emotion. She looked up at him, tears streaming. "You gave me the strength. I love you, Nathan." He smiled, a rare, radiant thing. "And I love you, Sarah. Stay with me here, and we'll build something new." She nodded, her heart full. They returned to the barn, hand in hand, the first rays of sunlight warming the frost. Sarah knew Marcus might return, but with Nathan by her side, she was ready to face anything. Months later, the farm flourished, and so did their love. Sarah's paintings adorned the walls, each one a testament to her reclaimed joy. Nathan built her a studio, his quiet devotion a daily gift. They faced the world together, 2 souls forged in hardship, bound by a love that no darkness could break. Dear listener, what would you fight for to claim a love that heals? Share your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe to Whispers Through Time for more tales of hearts that rise from the ashes. Until next time, may courage guide you to love's embrace. title. He thought she was a thief hiding in his barn, but she was running from a dark secret. Real quick, we're giving away this romantic wall art to one subscriber every month. Just like and subscribe to enter. Let's continue.